Hello guys, this is Steve from Full-Time Explorers, and one of the questions I get asked a lot is what photo equipment am I going to be able to bring with us once we start our lives of full-time travel? Well, in this video, I'm going to answer that question for you. Let's go. So first and foremost, my camera itself, which I happen to be recording on right now, so obviously I can't show that to you, but it is a Sony A6000 mirrorless digital camera. It's what we call a 1.5x crop sensor, which means the lenses that you put on it aren't true to form when you compare it to something like a full frame digital camera. So for example, a 20mm lens on my A6000 operates more like a 30mm lens on a traditional 35mm camera or on a full frame digital camera. That's okay, no big deal. I really like the A6000 because it's so tiny. It's light, it's easy to use. I sold my Nikon equipment for it, which is kind of a bittersweet moment. That's my camera. And another thing, the lens that I have on it right now is a Rokinon 8mm lens. It's a fisheye lens, as you can see. It's very wide. There's probably some distortion, and yes, I certainly did that on purpose because I would rather show you this lens. This is my main multi-purpose lens. This is the Sony 18-105 OSS, which stands for Optical Steady Shot, I believe. It's basically Sony's version of Nikon's VR, vibration reduction, or Canon's IS, image stabilization, I believe it is. So it's just a way to keep your shot stable. The lens will correct for some of the vibrations in your hands or your arms or wind or whatever happens to be moving the camera at the time. So this is my main bad boy lens that I use a lot. I also have a B&W polarizer filter. It's probably pretty dark in there, as you can see. I just got that. It's a very high quality filter. I like it a lot so far. Do a lot of outdoor shots. The polarizer really helps. My other lens is this Nikon lens, believe it or not, a Nikon 55mm f2.8. This is a 1970s era lens. Probably the sharpest lens I've ever used in my life. This is a macro. It does a wonderful job. I use a coupler here, so it makes my Nikon lens fit on my Sony camera through this simple, handy dandy little coupler. And of course, extra battery and extra memory card. I have two 32GB memory cards. Honestly, I've never had to switch one out in the field. I simply don't take that much video or photography. So this is just a backup in case I just happen to be out in the field or one of my cards dies and I just need another one. I don't typically use this one. The battery, I do. One of the things I don't like about the A6000 is its battery life. It eats through battery a lot faster than my Nikon did, especially when I'm taking video, so I definitely have a fully charged battery or two with me everywhere I go. And of course, your traditional camera bag. Honestly, I do not use this camera bag as much as I used to. This was a butt bag, fanny pack, whatever you call it. It just ties around your waist. It's really easy to get to stuff. But like I said, I don't use that too much because I now have this guy. This is the best invention in the history of the world. This is an awesome little device that just attaches to your belt, and the camera has a little knob that you screw into the tripod mount, and it just kind of slips in like a sidearm. Like if you're carrying a sidearm gun, the camera just kind of slips into this thing, and here's a little easy release. So you can just carry it around on your hip. You don't have to worry about it. It just kind of hangs there right off your belt, makes it really easy. Nothing around your neck, which I don't like. So this is awesome. It was 40, 50 bucks, I think. Well worth the money. And of course, the tripod that this camera is mounted on now, nothing special about the tripod. It's a Manfrotto tripod. In fact, I don't even have a ball head or a fluid head. It's one of those heads where you have to unscrew each individual angle and tilt the camera like that. It's a pretty old school tripod, but honestly, that's all I need. And I also have a monopod with a video head, so it makes it really easy to control the camera with slow pans and those kinds of movements. So I'm gonna just pack all this stuff into the trailer as best we can, and we will see how it goes. I'll probably switch out some things here and there, maybe acquire another lens or two, another battery, but really for the most part, I think I have my equipment pretty much nailed down. That's it for now, at least. This is Steve from Full-Time Explorers. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you out there.